Hey there, I'm a Hard Times guy, and I'm wanting to apologize to you for looking like a homeless guy. I hadn't had a bath in weeks. Actually, I bathed yesterday and going to bathe again today here in a little bit, but been out here working and I got dirty. Before I close up and lock up and leave for the day, I wanted to make a little video. And what this video is going to be, it's going to be a virtual tour of the Country Neighbors Tour weekend of September 8th and 9th. Today's Tuesday that week, so what that makes today, maybe the 6th, Wednesday 7, Thursday 8, no, this makes it the 5th, Wednesday 6, Thursday 7, Friday 8, Saturday 9th. Country Neighbors Tour this coming weekend, and I've been working around here so I can have the place open. In my last couple of videos you saw that I had a lot going on here and I had a mess everywhere, and I still got kind of a mess, but things are starting to shape up a little bit, enough so that I'm going to take a little walk around, show you what things are looking like, and show you a preview of what you can expect to see if you can come out here this weekend and visit with the Hard Times guy and take a little tour of the property and the barn and the outbuildings. So without any more, let the tour begin. Okay, you're looking at the old door that my logo's painted on, and there's stuff all over it for sale, thermometers and other kinds of advertising. There's the Hard Times Chronicles sign that you see in a lot of my videos to promote Hard Times Chronicles. That's my movie channel. Those of you that's seen videos in here before, seen that. That's just a fantastic old Coca-Cola cooler made out of wood, lined with, I don't know whether it's zinc or galvanized, but old wooden Coca-Cola cooler with sliding lids. It sits in here. I'm pretty proud of it. It's for sale. You could buy it. Pretty good price, really. But there it sits. There's a chair that I bought the other day. Right there you're looking at, I'd call that a miracle. I bought that at the sale they had for selling some of Larry Johnson's stuff. Those of you don't know who Larry Johnson is, I ain't got time in this video to explain it to you, but anybody's ever was an attendee of Kenny Bland auctions, they know Larry Johnson, and anybody that's attended Robinson Auction since they moved down to their new building in Orleans, they know Larry Johnson. Larry Johnson was a long-time auction goer, and he passed away recently, and they've been having a series of sales. I think I heard him say the other day they're going to have 3 or 4 more sales trying to get rid of some of his stuff. But I bought that at his last sale, and I call that a miracle because I paid 25 cents for that. And you can buy something good for 25 cents at a Robinson auction. You've done something. That's kind of a miracle. And not only that thing is a prayer. Give us this day our daily bread is a prayer. So where else can you buy a prayer for 25 cents? Take you a little preview. There's my wife's favorite microwave, and it quit on her. You can't find anybody to fix that kind of stuff anymore. If you that's what that sign on it says. It says, Betty loved this thing till it quit working. I'd pay somebody to fix it if you know who can fix them, but otherwise I'm going to guarantee it not to work, and you can buy it for about $20. It cost over $300 when we bought it new. There's another thing that I don't think my people have seen before. That's a little spice cabinet. It's a really unusual one. It's got all those marked jars in it, and that little sign there says it's rare enough that I'd never seen one like it before. And I went ahead and bought it anyway and paid too much for it, but it's for sale here today. There's a bunch of I don't know, those kind of porcelain and glass figures that cake decorators used to use, and I don't know whether some of those were toys, some of them were what they were. One of those is made in Japan, the Walt Disney production thing. There's a brass lamp. it'll be in the sale. There's a display cabinets, and that's I think that's Ken Griffey Jr. bobblehead and a Mark McGuire bobblehead in there. There's some more advertising stuff that I bought that was Larry Johnson's. There's some old cap pistols. You saw that little cabinet in a previous video, and that one too, I'm sure. Maybe even that thing. All this stuff set up. It's going to be for sale. There's a cardboard. It's a canister set, but one of them goes inside the other one. You can all put them all in graduated size until you've got them all in that last big one. There's a fish trap. Last one of those I got $85 for at the antique mall. Of course, that one's not all there, but if it doesn't sell in this sale, I'm going to build a box for it. And right now you could have it for $20, but I'll get $85 for it again if I get it all done. There's some stuff. There's something from the Pierce farm down the road back when they had an orchard there. There's some books. A lot of books here. A lot of pictures too. There's a couple of pictures. That one there's actually an oil painting signed by a somewhat famous artist. Look at all those books. Books all along underneath that table. That table's about 8 feet long. And a lot of those are good books. Some of them are $1. Some of them are as much as $5 in that group. There's some more stuff like that. There's some advertising. That might have come from Larry Johnson's sale too. I don't know. There's some other pictures. I got probably, I don't know, 50 or 60 pictures and things like that. Not counting, what's on the wall decorating this room. Just hanging around or in other buildings there. That thing, you saw that in the previous video. It's all done now and it's going to be for sale. Box. If I got one of those, I've got 50 of them, different kinds, shapes, sizes. There's another one. There's another one. There's a Clark spool cabinet. You've seen it too if you've seen videos. There's I don't know, that's a collection of chicken incubators. There's one from a company in Indianapolis and Fremont, Nebraska. There's a little bit smaller one underneath those books, and then sitting on top of it's one called the Bantam, and it's a tabletop, smaller version yet. And then I've got a great big one over on the other side. You'll probably see it. There's another example, some pictures that you can buy. There's a coffee grinder, Griswold biscuit or cornbread thing. There's Shotgun Pete. He guards the place when I'm not home. There's some more books. Some of these books are a little bit more. I think there's probably some in there you might have to pay $20 for, but there's some in there you could buy for $1 or less too. And that's a Honeycrust bread display rack right there. Porcelain. It says enjoy Honeycrust bread. I'm using it for a shelf to display books on right now, but it's a Honeycrust bread rack. Those of you who don't know it, Bedford, Indiana was the home of Honeycrust bread. Honeycrust Bakery was in Bedford. There's an old A&P coffee box. That's a Hard Times original there. There's another. That might be the biggest box I've got. There's, you saw that in the previous video. It's a project I've been working on. I had to set it aside because I couldn't get it finished before I got all this other stuff cleaned up. That won't be for sale, and that thing behind it's not for sale either. My daughters have designs on that stuff. There's a Honeycrust bread box, like would sit on the porch of a store. And right there's the award I got one year when I did the Fort Bologna Days flea market in the fall, and I'm thinking about doing that again this year. See if I can win that award again. And if I do, I'm probably going to take that box with me, because that'd be a good box to fill up with stuff and put on my trailer and take down there and unpack and try to sell everything I had in it. There's some more stuff for sale. That box right there is not for sale, but it's one of the few that I got that isn't. Right there's an old paint blanket chest. There's another one underneath those chairs. There's some guitars over in the corner. That's a radiator shell and grill off of a 1938 Mack truck, I think. I'm not going to open those buildings today, but they'll be open this weekend, and you'll see them. That one on this end is called the Three Dog Hardware Store, and it's a small metal building there that used to house my dogs when I had bird dogs, and it's full of what I call man stuff, chains and all kinds of primitive tools and things like that. That building there's the Waller General Store. Every community should have a Waller General. It's where you can go and find about anything you want, and if you don't like the price, you can waller it around till you get a price that you like. And then coming over here, that's the building called, the one that's called the Chicken House, and there's another one of those Hard Times emblems painted on the door. But that building there's full of good stuff. In fact, I took stuff right out of my antique booth when I quit doing that. Just put everything that was in it in that building, along with some other things. That's the kind of signs you look for. I put them up around on the roads around here so you can find the sale. There'll be one out on the highway, and there'll be one over by Shawswick School. Back of that building over there's full of junk. It'll be for sale. Stuff in this building's for sale. You've been in this building before, and it's still looking pretty messy, but you can see I've been doing some work here. Start to get it straightened up where you can get in and out of it. Sweeping the floor, opening up the aisles. Got that old grain bin out there. I'm gonna maybe cut that down and make it into 2 grain bins, or at least I'm going to repaint that thing. This is the first time I've seen it in a year and a half, because it was over there buried in some stuff, and I didn't dig it out the last couple of sales, but it's dug out this time. If it don't sell this weekend, I'm going to revitalize it, turn it into something that looks a little better than that. There's another one of them spool cabinets. That one there's needing some love, so it'd be quite a bit cheaper than that one over next door that you've seen. There's all kinds of projects and bits and pieces and tools, and there's a humongous chicken incubator, and boy, I could make that into some kind of a countertop thing in a restaurant or a store of some kind. It really add ambience to the place. I'd like to find a new owner for that. Or it may end up over there in that other room for us to serve food off of. I don't know. You've seen some of this stuff before. Some of it's been drug in here since I made a video. Got some empty shelf space there. I'll have that filled up for the weekend. I got plenty of them blocks if you need any of those. There's a good wardrobe. Be a nice extra closet in your house. And that's a knockdown. You can take it apart and put it about anywhere and put it back together. My battery's getting low. I don't know how much of this I'm going to be able to actually save. Those lockers come out of the Shawswick School before they tore it down. and built a new school over there. I think you could buy a set of them for about, I don't know, $55, something like that. There's some more empty shelf space I need to fill up. There's some more blanket chests and boxes. Got plenty of them, got plenty of chairs. That old broom display whack out of a hardware store. It's full of golf clubs. There's some more boxes. More shelves. Well, if you need electric motor for something, I've got several of them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there, and I see a couple more over there in another area. Those all run good. Doors, cupboard doors, windows, more doors, boards, printing racks, more toolboxes. Hang your coats up. You can see we got plenty of good stuff for sale. Come out this weekend and spend some time with us. Well, that was it. What do you think? Think you can come out here and have a good time? Boy, I hope you can. Hope you make it out here. 9 o'clock to about 3 o'clock, Friday the 8th and Saturday the 9th of September. Come out and visit the Hard Times guy. Go around and see the other girls on the Country Neighbors Tour. Go around and visit them. Give them your business. Tell them I'd give them a good word. Until then, you have a good day.